It was once upon a time that a pig was put on top of a sign, and it never was able to get back down. People would drive by all the time and would just not help the pig. So today we're going to help the pig by following this train. I don't know if the train's going to help the pig or not, but that will be something that will be remained to be seen. So we'll begin here. Here's the train. It's got lights on it. It's got extra lights. I think it's a map of the stars. Not to be confused with the 80s show Star Search, which had many famous people on it that are now stars. They're all represented by the front of this chooch. And it's a good thing when you can do something that you love. Anyway, back to the pig. There's somebody driving by. This train is looping along, not doing anything except kind of like, you know what? Maybe we'll help the pig. Maybe we won't. But in its honor, we're the same color as footballs. So all these cars are football cars, and that one is named Silva, and that one is named Gizmer, and that one is named Stripey. So Stripey and Gizmer are pushing the train backwards. And anyway, going back to this map, there's a railroad crossing, and the train's gonna stop here on its way back to help the pig, because there's a double bridge, and basically what that means is the cars that you see stopping in the train. Have you ever bought bridge mix before? Yes, maybe, no. It sucks. Like, you never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes you get a nut, but then what happens is the worst is you get a raisin, and then your life is less enjoyable because of biting into that chocolate-covered raisin. Nobody likes it, but that's what happens here. In that little building is where they mix up all the bridge mix and play cards. But as we go on our way to rescue the pig that's on top of the sign, we will be hiding behind these trees. That way the train doesn't see us and know that we're watching to see if it's actually a good Samaritan or if it's just in it for the money. So that's yet to be seen, as I said. Now we're here back at the sign that was drawn. And this is the first train on the one on the way to the pig sign that does not stop to kiss the train that you're going to see in a second. It's laying on its side. And that's a bad thing because it's sleeping. So the sleeping train is here. The stop sign was trying to tell me to stop recording this terrible voiceover, but I'm not going to because I panned away from it, so I don't have to stop now. But the train's going to go by, and unlike the Disney movie where the prince kisses the other train to make it wake up, this train is not going to stop to kiss the princess train or those two track hose or that steamroller that's over hiding in the trees, because this train is very selfish. That's why it makes the other two engines, Gizmer and Stripey, on the back push it instead of actually doing any work, because it's kind of lazy. It doesn't even stop to help the dump truck or the giant snake that was putting dirt into the back of it. But I digress. It's not looking good. I don't know if this train is going to rescue the pig from the sign. We're going to now see a place called Whittier, or if you're in France, Whittier, like where the Eiffel Tower is. This place was named after somebody that had that last name. And the man who was the father of every resident of the entire town. His dying wish was to have a train track come through the town. It didn't really do anything except just kind of add to the, I guess, charm, people would call it nowadays. And he also wanted to have 2 of those tracks. For what purpose, we don't know. That was just his dying wish, so all of his children respected the things that he requested as he died on his bed made of straw. Oh, and the other thing he wanted is he wanted every town street to have a speed limit of 25 miles per hour. So it's a great thing when you can't go very fast. That way you always remember that this great man who founded this town wanted these train tracks. You might have noticed that Gizmer here and Stripey are still pushing the selfish train in the front. And also a minute ago, you might have seen a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit sign. That's actually a completely different state that sign was in. We're now going to go across a bridge along our journey of pork, and then we're going to go past another field. And it's going to be some mind-blowing things that you're about to see. That's the last time you're going to see that map. That's why it was animated differently. And by animate, I mean I just got lazy and didn't queue up all the text to end on the same time or the same frame. So it looks all, oh, look at all the effort that you put into this, John. What a great job. Anyway, this bridge is going over water. It's not going over barbecue sauce, which some people would think would be a bad sign for the pig, because it's still stuck on the sign. We could have taken it down and made some really great pulled pork. I myself am a fan of the Boston butt, or as people will call it, the pork shoulder. There's many names, but it's a delicious treat for your mouth. And if you have not had it before, then I highly suggest that you go to this field and try it. It was cloudy that day, so it was kind of ominous. I'm still not hopeful that the train is going to get the pig off the top of this sign. It may still be there at the end of this video. I don't know. We'll see. But if the pig were not on top of the sign, I would imagine that it would like that field. It would probably build a house there, and it would probably try to get a job nearby, maybe selling Pepsi, which, is interesting because I think that its career in being a Pepsi salesman may have passed. I think Pepsi's kind of heyday was in the 90s, and now it's 2023. And Pepsi is generally not preferred at restaurants. I'm not trying to start a culture war here, but just saying it wouldn't be a good career choice for the pig to try to sell Pepsi. But if it did, if it got off the sign and got a job selling Pepsi, I mean, it has free will. So there you go. Anyway, this is the town where the pig lives currently on top of the sign. This town is not really doing a lot to help this pig out. As you can see here, these people are, kind of meandering, not paying much attention to it. There's cars going back and forth. They do this all day, kind of like when you are watching a clock and the second hand goes back and forth if the battery is dead. I don't have that problem because the clock that I have in my house, it's a silent second hand. It just goes constantly, which I'm a big advocate of. So anyway, it looks like the train's not going to help this pig, which is kind of a crappy day. In fact, yep, I'm being told now that the pig is still on top of that sign, and fortunately it has not been taken in by that grocery store, because that would be bad. That would be a horrible day for the pig. His name is not Horace. Horace is a Confederate scrip collector who lives in Georgia, and that is not the name of that pig. I don't know the name of the pig. You have to find that out for yourself. Goodbye.